style and speed. In X-Men Apocalypse, we get Quicksilver's most famous scene. The X-Mansion is about to explode. Everything's happening way too fast. But for him, time slows down. That's when Sweet Dreams starts playing, and the rest is history. While everyone screams and runs in panic, Quicksilver's just having fun. He runs through the mansion like it's a playground in the middle of chaos. Between rescues, he gets creative. He changes a mutant's pose so they don't get hurt, catches a fish tank mid-air to save the fish, and even rescues a dog with a slice of pizza. Explosions go off everywhere. Glass shatters. Fire fills the hallways. But Quicksilver dances right through it all. The contrast is amazing. Panic for everyone else. Pure fun for him. Every move syncs perfectly with the music. The result? One of the best depictions of super speed ever made in cinema. The worthy one. In Avengers Endgame, we see one of the most epic moments in the MCU. The final battle against Thanos is underway. Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America fight side by side, but the fight is brutal. Thor is overpowered, nearly crushed to death by Thanos' strength. His hammer Mjolnir falls to the ground. All seems lost. But then, the camera shows the hammer starting to move, vibrating, shifting, and suddenly, it flies straight into Steve Rogers' hand. If you saw that moment in the theater, you probably reacted like this. Thor looks over and smiles. He knew it. It's the confirmation of what fans suspected since Age of Ultron. Captain America has always been worthy. With Mjolnir in hand, Steve channels lightning and combines the power of the God of Thunder with his own combat skills. He strikes Thanos with overwhelming force. Every hit is a visual masterpiece. Hammer, shield, and lightning in perfect sync. It's the peak of the fight. The scene carries huge emotional weight. It's not just about power, it's about character. Odin's spell said only the worthy could lift the hammer. And there was Steve Rogers, the symbol of humility, selflessness, and sacrifice. Reborn Superman. In Zack Snyder's version of Justice League, Superman's return is pure epicness.
He's back.
He shows up just when the Justice League is about to lose to Steppenwolf and his parademons. Lois Lane restores his memories and he comes back in full force, ready to fight. The black suit looks powerful. It's a recovery suit that absorbs more solar energy and restores his powers. It symbolizes his rebirth and determination to protect Earth. He steps into the battlefield, terrifying the villain just by showing up. Superman doesn't waste time. He moves at incredible speed, dodging attacks and striking with raw power. His heat vision is deadly. Every move shows his fury and strength. He completely dominates the enemy that once had the upper hand, proving why he's Earth's mightiest hero. With Cyborg's help, he separates the mother boxes, turning the tide of the battle. In the end, Wonder Woman decapitates the villain, sending his body back to Apocalypse. Superman's return in the black suit was a turning point. Without him, victory wouldn't have been possible. The suitcase armor. In Iron Man 2, Tony Stark is at the Monaco Grand Prix, enjoying the race. Suddenly, Ivan Vanko appears with his electrified whips and attacks. With no time to suit up, Tony has to improvise. Happy Hogan and Pepper Potts rush to him with the red emergency suitcase. Tony asks for the case and with his usual confidence drops it on the ground. It opens up, revealing panels and mechanical parts that start moving on their own. Each piece locks onto his body in an incredible visual sequence. The helmet closes last, revealing the Mark V. Red and silver, sleek and stylish. The armor is lighter and less equipped than the others, but perfect for that fight. Tony runs down the track, dodging the electric whips, and fights back with speed and strategy. This scene became iconic as the first time we see Tony's portable armor. I am vengeance. In The Batman, the chase scene with the Penguin is pure adrenaline. Gotham is in chaos and the villain speeds away. The Batmobile roars to life, not futuristic, but raw and beastly. It's brutal, realistic, and intimidating. The Penguin, played by Colin Farrell, tries to escape, but Batman doesn't back off. His car is a monster on wheels, following every turn, every maneuver. The chase is frantic, chaotic, and destructive. At one point, Penguin causes an explosion and celebrates, thinking he's finally escaped. But then the Batmobile bursts through the flames, flying through the wreckage. It slams into Penguin's car, making it spin out and flip. Penguin ends up trapped inside, hurt and terrified. Batman emerges from the fire and wreckage, towering, silent, terrifying. He walks up to the car window without saying a word. His presence alone is enough to strike fear. The elevator. In Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the elevator fight is pure tension. Steve Rogers enters the SHIELD headquarters, but something feels off. The strike team, led by Brock Rumlow, steps in with him. Every little movement gives away the danger. Rogers realizes he's surrounded. In the tight space, he asks his famous question.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
His signal that it's about to go down. Suddenly, they all attack at once. They grab his shield and try to cuff him with magnetic restraints. They've got the numbers advantage, but Steve doesn't care. He shows superhuman strength and elite combat skill. Each agent is taken down with precision and force. The choreography is flawless. Every inch of the elevator is used. In the climax, Rogers beats them all. He breaks free, smashes a window, and jumps out to the lower floor. He escapes an assassination attempt, proving he doesn't back down from betrayal. Impossible escape. In the same movie, Nick Fury goes through one of the most intense scenes in the Marvel Universe. He's driving his armored SUV through the streets of Washington, but something's wrong. Hydra agents disguised as cops launch a coordinated attack. Fury reacts instantly. The vehicle's loaded with cutting-edge tech, auto turrets, self-driving mode, and advanced countermeasures. Every move is calculated. He fires back, dodges obstacles, and fights to stay alive. But the assault is relentless. A battering ram shatters the driver's window. The SUV is damaged, the turret destroyed. Then the Winter Soldier appears. He throws a magnetic grenade, completely blowing up the vehicle. Fury doesn't give up. Using a portable laser cutter, he burns through the floor and escapes into the sewers, disappearing before they can catch him. Every move is fast, clever, and desperate. The scene isn't just about action. It's also the perfect introduction to the Winter Soldier, showing his power, precision, and deadly threat. Leap of faith. In Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the leap of faith is the moment when Miles Morales becomes his own Spider-Man. After being left alone by the other Spider people, he decides to face his fear and accept his destiny. At the top of the building, Miles wears his own unique suit. With a hoodie and a spray-painted spider logo, he looks down, hesitant. The camera shows the height and danger, making the moment even more intense. He takes a deep breath, knowing there's no turning back, and jumps. His hands shatter the glass wall as he pushes off, showing that he hasn't fully mastered his powers yet, but he goes for it anyway. He shoots his webs and swings through the city, symbolizing his rise as a true hero. The song, What's Up Danger, kicks in, syncing perfectly with every move. He does it his way, not copying Peter Parker. Attack on the President. In X-Men 2, the opening scene is pure spectacle. The White House is infiltrated by a mysterious man in a trench coat, hat, and heavy makeup. But soon we find out it's Nightcrawler, the blue-skinned mutant with a tail and the power to teleport. His target, the President of the United States. Nightcrawler moves with incredible speed. What stands out the most is how cleverly he uses his powers. He jumps from one spot to another, disappearing and reappearing in flashes of purple smoke, grabbing soldiers and taking them with him as he teleports. Even with a room full of armed guards, it's impossible to stop him. It looks like there are dozens of Nightcrawlers inside the White House. Every teleport comes with that signature bamf sound and cloud of smoke. He fights off Secret Service agents, dodging bullets and counterattacking with precision. The choreography mixes agility, creativity, and visual effects that were amazing for their time. Nightcrawler reaches the president but is shot by a guard. Wounded, he drops a dagger with a note that reads, "Mutant Freedom Now." The sequence quickly sets the tone for the film, showing the fear and hatred that society has toward mutants. The sacrifice. In Deadpool and Wolverine, the climax is absolute chaos. Cassandra Nova wants to use the Time Ripper to destroy every timeline and take control of the Void. The only way to stop her is to create a short circuit using a living body as a bridge between matter and antimatter. Deadpool and Wolverine fight through hordes of Deadpool variants to reach the machine, and they succeed. Now it's time for the sacrifice. Wolverine steps up first. Deadpool, of course, tries to steal the heroic moment.
Open the door! I can't hear you over all the noble sacrifice!
He positions himself, ready to do it alone, but Wolverine doesn't give up. He joins his friend so the plan will work. They grab each other's hands and trigger the short circuit together. The explosion is massive. The expected tragic sacrifice doesn't happen. Their healing factors absorb the energy, and both survive the molecular blast. Cassandra is destroyed. The multiverse is saved. Wade's timeline is restored. Laura, X-23, returns from the Void. Deadpool and Wolverine become the new anchor beings, ensuring their universe stays stable. A sacrifice? Maybe not, but it's the thought that counts. Veld in flames. In Wonder Woman, the Battle of Veld is one of the most epic moments in the DC universe. Diana, Steve Trevor, and their team arrive at a Belgian village occupied by German forces during World War I. Civilians are trapped, terrified, and dying under enemy fire. Diana decides to act. She ignores Steve's warnings about the risk. She tells them to stay put and walk straight into no man's land, a deadly war zone full of German soldiers. As the machine guns open fire, Diana uses her powers to advance further and further. The soldiers can't stop her. She takes them down one by one in stunning fashion. Explosions, grenades, crossfire. Nothing stops her. She pushes forward with incredible speed and grace. Her courage inspires Steve and the others to follow. They charge in, fighting alongside her. Diana's bravery turns the tide of battle. What once seemed impossible becomes a victory. In the end, Diana wipes out the enemy forces almost single-handedly and frees the innocent villagers. The Train Hero. In Spider-Man 2, we witness one of the most iconic superhero scenes ever made. Spider-Man faces Dr. Octopus on top of a speeding train, a fast, intense, and dangerous battle. Doc Ock uses his mechanical arms with brutal precision, attacking from every direction. Spider-Man counters with agility, leaping between the train cars and dodging the blows. It's a spectacular fight, with practical and digital effects that still hold up today. But the villain sabotages the controls and accelerates the train. Now it's not just a fight, it's hundreds of lives at stake. Peter has to make a choice. He has to save the train. He starts firing webs at the surrounding buildings, one after another, creating a massive web to stop tons of metal in motion. The strength it takes is unreal. The effort is excruciating. Peter screams, pushing his body beyond its limits. But he doesn't give up. At the last second, the train stops, and he collapses. Completely exhausted. The passengers catch him, see his face under the torn mask, and realize he's just a kid. But no one says a word. They keep his secret out of respect for his sacrifice. Honestly, this scene is my favorite out of all superhero movies. It's probably the one I've watched more times than any other in my life. And right there on the screen, there's a great video showing every time Spider-Man's identity got exposed. See you there.